Plaintiff Nicole Hart was friends with the defendant, and she claims 2 years ago he went through a midlife crisis and started hanging out with prostitutes. Nicole claims she bailed the defendant out of jail after he was arrested while driving with a prostitute, but he failed to repay her, so she's suing. Defendant Richard Mercier says after Nicole separated from her husband, she started sending Richard signals and he thought she wanted to date. However, Richard claims she rejected him after he made a move, so he left it alone, and he denies owing her for anything. He's countersuing for defamation.
Start with you.
Okay, I have known Rick for about 17 years. Up until recently, we were friends, and back in 2013, he was basically going through a midlife crisis, and during that time, he was hanging out and associating with women that were much younger than him. And I didn't want to be judgmental. I, tried to be cordial about it and be a friend. Unfortunately, though, these women were not just regular women; they were prostitutes. So, really? I tried to keep my mouth shut about it.
How did you?
And, they're modern prostitutes, not just the everyday street
not old ones.
They're the ones
the young
that
ones.
the
What
ones
do
that
you
you
mean?
find online. Basically,
Okay.
it's that sort of an arrangement. So anyway, he was friends with these women,
Okay.
but unfortunately, the reason why we're here today is because.
Let me allow him to give some
Sure.
background before we get to the specifics of why we're here.
Sure.
Sir?
I have known Nicole Hart for probably 16, 17 years. In 2014, she separated from her husband. And during that time, she started asking me to come over and spend some time there with her, and I agreed to. She started asking me to do massages for her and things like that. Next thing I know, she was setting up a jacuzzi party for us at a motel. And, things seemed like they were going in a good direction. I thought maybe she was interested in me, so I did make a move just to see if, something was there, but it was just basically she told me that we were friends. I respected her for that. I didn't want to try to press any of the issues. And
All right. So when she turned you down, you headed straight for that internet.
no, not exactly.
How long did it take for you to go to the internet? You say not
no,
exactly
I didn't
straight
go to
it.
the internet. She's got that part all wrong.
Oh.
I've met these people through friends of mine.
25-year-olds or what?
Yeah, ranging in age,
Okay.
in their 20s.
In their teens as well.
No, that's not true. I don't believe that. Of
No,
age,
that's not
if
true,
so,
Nicole,
I don't believe
you may
that.
as well
I don't
stop
believe
there.
that.
No,
So-
Your Honor, please. I didn't mean 8, 17, 16. I meant 19.
All right. How's that working out for you? You got to pay? She says it's prostitution. How much do you pay?
It's not prostitution.
You just gotta do a
I've
little
just,
sugar
I've
daddy
just
money.
got some friends. I have a lot of friends who, she claims are prostitutes. They're not prostitutes. I've helped out friends and things like that with different things, but I don't pay
That's
any.
called sugar daddy, ma'am. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's a lot
This
of
is
folks
true.
don't mind. That's true.
I'm not gonna lie,
Men
Judge.
don't mind being a sugar daddy. Go ahead, ma'am. Tell me about why
Your
we're
Honor.
here.
Okay. He was incarcerated, and I paid his bail bond, and there's still a remaining balance of $250. He was in traffic, and one of these ladies, who was absolutely a prostitute, grabbed the wheel because he had just discovered that she had stolen his phone, and they got in an altercation. And by the way, this is a story he told me. She grabbed the wheel. It attracted attention behind them. The police was contacted. He was pulled over, and he was arrested, not because he had a prostitute in the vehicle. She was released. It was because he had medical cannabis. So this is why he was arrested, Your Honor, and this is why we're here today, because I paid his bail. He called me collect, asked me to take care of his kids and bail him out.
How much weed did you have?
Probably an ounce or so, a little over an ounce, close to 2 ounces, I think.
Well, yeah, they'll take you to jail for that.
Well, it's still in California. You're allowed to have up to 8 ounces if you're a medical marijuana patient.
Really? On you? Not on you.
Oh yes, on you.
Really?
Well, maybe not traveling around.
Yeah, that's my point. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you can have it at home.
Well,
you
you know,
can't
somehow
ride
you gotta
around
get
the
it to
car
your
with
house.
8 ounces now. You can't run that on me now. I know the difference. So what happened with the case?
Basically, yes, I was arrested, but it wasn't because of prostitution or anything like
Yeah,
that.
she didn't say that. She
No.
said it was because of the weed.
Yeah, it was because of the weed.
And so he agreed to pay you after bailing him out?
Yes, he agreed to pay me $250 a week until it was paid off. And he started to pay me, but then I got contacted by the bail bondsman, and they told me that he wasn't paying for June. And actually, he was hospitalized, so I waited for the money. I was trying to be a friend, and I was trying to be patient. There were other delays, and he told me one weekend his wallet got stolen. So,
Now, first of all, she never paid anything.
Let her finish, sir. Go ahead.
And I have proof of me
All right,
paying.
first, you also say something about artwork.
Yes,
What is that for?
basically on Facebook back in March, end of March, right before my art hop exhibition, he insulted my artwork, and I have the comment written, which I can't read on television, but
You see it. Why do you think he did that?
Is it your art?
this is my art. Yes, thank you. I think that, like he said, he's under the impression that him and I were going to have some kind of a relationship, and that I was pursuing him some way by asking for massages or implicating that I was somewhat interested.
And he said
which
that
is
he
false.
ultimately found out that that's not what you wanted, so that's when he went to the young girl.
I think that he was maybe felt let down, in other words, Your Honor. I think that was probably why.
And how does it cost $600? What does that
Well,
have
I'm
do
trying to
with
be
him
kind.
not liking your art?
There's 9 paintings. I charge $600 for each piece. Because I didn't get a sale, I would say that, to be fair, one of these pieces, at least, I could get money for one of these pieces.
So because no one bought your art, because he didn't like it, you
Well,
think he should pay for the art?
I think what he did was he made my art sound terrible with
He
what
gave
he
his
wrote.
opinion, and people can give their opinion about what they think. That's what he did. He gave his opinion. He said, I think the faces are hideous, and they're swirling with psychosis, and they're scary stuff, man. He said they're scary looking. And that's
To
his
me,
opinion, man.
Yeah,
Well, they
yes,
were.
Your Honor. It's his opinion,
It's
but
his opinion.
I think
I wasn't
when people
lying.
read,
It's the truth.
I think when people read those things, it deters them from buying art. It turns
Do
them
they
off.
see it themselves?
They did. It was
Okay,
shown,
well, no,
it was
what
shown.
they see determines what they like, not what someone else says about it. They see it for themselves, and they say, I don't care what he says, I like it. Or they'll look at it and they say, well, he got a point.
That's
No,
what
man,
I'm
they
afraid
look
of,
at it
Your
and they
Honor.
determine whether they want it. He can't make those folks like or dislike your art once they see it. They have their own minds, and he can have his own opinion.
Even on Facebook.
I just told you, yes, he can have his opinion. He can go get a microphone and announce it. I don't like her art. Sir, what do you want to
sir.
tell me about the loan and the bond?
Well, Your Honor, there was no loan. I was paying on that bond. It did, they contacted me because I was late on one payment.
Why do you think she's making this loan up then?
Well, my friend Bobby Dabbs is the one that gave her the money to begin with.
Gave her the money for what?
For the bail bond. So she showed up with the $400 she got from him, which I did pay him back already. And I was making payments on the bail bond until I guess she got a call from them and she decided to go and pay it for me, which I never asked her to do. And
That
because
is
I was
totally
continuing
false.
to pay for it, I had a payment plan set up and she just didn't allow me to do that.
The $250, it hasn't been paid, but you agreed to do so.
I agreed to do so, but I did not ask her to pay it
I
for me.
understand that. However, you agreed to pay.
I agreed to pay the
And you
bail bond.
haven't because...
I have been paying the bail bond.
All right, but you're
But
$250.
her I did not pay because she never contacted
You're
me about it.
$250 short. Well, she's contacting you today, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I
She's
understand.
contacting you today. The $400, ma'am, is what he disputes.
Right. I paid it with my money, and I don't know what he's talking about.
He agreed to repay you the $400.
He agreed to pay me $250
We got that
every
out of the
week
way. The
until everything-
$400
Yes.
is what he's denying.
No, well, he's making a false accusation, and he needs to pay me, and he still owes me.
He agreed to pay you the
Yes, he
$400,
did
and he
agree.
has not.
There was
Yes,
no
Your
agreement.
Honor.
There was
Okay.
never an agreement.
Sorry, Your Honor.
All right, and you have some evidence there, you
I
say?
do. Yes,
and
I
your
do.
counterclaim for $500 is for what?
Yes, sir. It's for defamation of character.
How did she defame you?
Your Honor, she called up some friends in town. She called my friend Bobby Dabbs, who had loaned me the money, made sure that she told him that I was a lowlife, that I owed her money, stay away from me. She also contacted a friend of mine, Vanessa. She saw her over at the Walmart, walked up to her and her daughter and said that I should watch my friendship. He's not to be trusted. He's a liar. She really went overboard and just kept on telling her all
What do you
kinds
have
of
there to
stuff.
show me?
So anyway,
Because so far everything you're saying is opinion. And she's provided me with evidence to show that you are to be distrusted.
Well, these are
Because
statements
she
from my
shows me
friends right
evidence
here.
where she did put $400 out on your behalf. Let's
No.
see what you have.
What's the evidence,
Showing me
Your Honor?
evidence. Receipt from the bondsman, sir.
Okay.
All right, that he is not to be trusted.
Yeah,
He's
the
a low
$400
life. He's a
that-
liar. That's opinion, sir. Just like you have opinion about her art, she has opinion about you as a person. She believes you're a liar. She believes you are not trustworthy because she believes you ripped her off. And you have not paid her. So she has a right to interpret
This
that
$400
and give her
was not
opinion.
hers
Have a
to
good day,
begin with,
sir.
Your Honor.
Judgment for the plaintiff. Yours is dismissed.
What do I have to say? Well, at least you got your money. You should be happy. That's what you wanted.
Well, it's too bad.
Because what you did was you lied on camera, you went up there with a receipt, and you know who gave you that money. You didn't show up with the money, you know that.
I think that you're very resentful, and I think
I'm
that's
very
why
resentful because of
think
you're
that's-
coming and making me go through this. Yes.
You're making accusations about.
You know
how
you
I
didn't
was-
have that money there. You know it.
I know.
You
that
know you
owe
did
me.
not do that money. It
You
was
owe
not
me
yours.
that money.